Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's nearly Christmas, so I decided to make this video on how I make roast chicken. So this is basically just to inspire you or give you some ideas on how you want to make your Christmas chicken or Christmas turkey. So you can use the same recipe for either your chicken or your turkey. It works either way, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. So let's get started. In the roasting tray, I like to have some carrots, onions, leeks, just to add extra flavor to the chicken. So in order to have super moist and flavorful chicken, you will need to make Herby butter. So, and all you need for that is just butter in room temperature, some fresh herbs of your choice, garlic, olive oil and black pepper. Obviously we're making roast chicken, so you will need chicken, and this chicken weighs 5 pounds and it's been cleaned and cut dry. I'm gonna be stuffing the chicken with just lemon, onions and bay leaves just to create more flavor, and also to create a beautiful flavor all over the chicken. I will be using special Herby mix that I just made up. So which is just some chilies, fresh herbs, ginger, salt, curry powder, cooking oil and seasoning cubes. So this is pretty much all I use to make my roast chicken. So first thing I do is prepare the roasting tray by getting the vegetables ready. I just peel the carrots, slice the onions and slice the leeks and just add it to the tray. At this point you can add whatever type of vegetable you prefer, because once the chicken is cooked you can use the flavor from all of this vegetable to make your own gravy. So, or you can even use it to make your own chicken stock. So you can add some potatoes, some fresh herbs, some parsnips, garlic, celery, whatever other vegetable that you want. It just depends on the kind of flavor that you're trying to create with your your chicken and your gravy. So you can go ahead and add whatever type of vegetable you want. Obviously, as you can tell, I really want this chicken to be full of flavor, so I'm slicing the onions in round shape as I want to place the chicken directly on the onions for extra flavor, of course, and also to prevent the chicken from sticking to the bottom of the tray and then burning. But it's mainly because I wanted them, the chicken to sit on the onions, and then it can obviously give the chicken a little bit more flavor. So the next thing I do is make the Herby butter that I mentioned earlier. This is to make the chicken even more flavorful, so nice and moist inside, because I'm gonna be putting the Herby butter inside the chicken. So all I do is just mix the black pepper and garlic to the butter and add some olive oil as well to prevent the butter from burning, and then I add some fresh herbs. Here I'm using sage and thyme, but you can add other fresh herbs that you prefer. So make sure the butter is in room temperature so that it will make it easier for you to mix together. So once it's done, I just set the butter aside and I move on to the Herby mix I mentioned earlier. So this mix is pretty much what I use as a glaze all over the chicken for extra flavor. So I basically just chop the ingredients in small blender and then set it aside before I work on the chicken. So here I'm using some chilies. This is optional, as I know some people might not want spicy chicken, but the chilies here that I'm using are not actually that strong compared to using Scotch bonnet. but it's completely up to you in terms of what kind of flavor you're looking for. And also I use sage, rosemary and thyme as the herbs that I used in this mix, but you can use other herbs that you prefer. And if you want more garlic flavor, you can add some to this mix as well, but I wasn't going for that kind of flavor because I already added garlic to the butter mix I made earlier. So all I do is just chop the ingredients and set it aside, and then I can start working on the chicken. Also, the precise recipe I use for the chicken will be listed below as well. So guys, let's start working on this chicken. So like I mentioned earlier, this chicken weighs 5 pounds, so that's like 2 kilograms. The chicken came with a string attached to the legs. I just carefully removed this string because I would be needing this later as well. So first thing I do to the chicken is the stuffing. I like to keep mine simple by just stuffing it with lemon, onion and bay leaves. There are other different types of stuffing you can add, like celery, carrots, oranges or even apples, but I like to keep mine simple, so I just do it with 3 ingredients. So once I finish stuffing this chicken, I move on to the Herby butter mix that I made earlier. All you need to do is just loosen up the skin above the chicken breast area. It's very easy to do, guys, but you just have to be careful as you don't want to poke any holes into the skin, because we're gonna be seasoning under the skin by adding the butter mixture, and we don't want any of the seasoning to ooze out through the skin at all. So you can use knife for this process, but I think using your hand is easier and it works perfectly. You just have to be really careful when you're doing it. So I go ahead and I add the butter under the skin and press it down and spread it all over the breast area and to as many places as possible. I even try to spread some to the thigh area under the skin because you want to get the flavor everywhere. So whatever butter I have left, I just spread it all over the chicken as well. Right guys, so I basically spread the Herby mix all over the chicken, and then I use the string to secure the legs again, just to make sure that the chicken cooks evenly in the oven. And then I add the chicken to the roasting tray right on top of the sliced onions, and at this point I only used half of the Herby mix, and then I left the other half so that I could use it later once the chicken has cooked in the oven for a bit. So you want to cook the chicken in the oven for a total time of 1 hour 30 minutes, but I like to cook mine for 1 hour first, and then I remove it from the oven, and then I add the the remaining herb mix that I saved earlier before I cook it for the last 30 minutes. So I'm not sure what happened to my camera angle here but this is what it looks like after 1 hour in the oven. So I just add the Herby mix, and then I baste it with this stock from the roasting tray that is already full of flavors. And once you're done basting, all you have to do is just put it back in the oven and cook it for the last 30 minutes until golden brown. So this is it guys, fully cooked roast chicken. So I left mine in the oven a little bit longer because I wanted it to be well done and more golden brown. You don't have to let yours get this brown, but I like mine this way. So if you want to prevent it from over browning in the oven, then you can just cover the chicken with foil for the last 30 minutes in the oven. But yeah, this is it. all done. I'm full of flavor. I think I said flavor in this video like 10 times, but that was my goal. I wanted the chicken to be full of flavor because we don't want boring dry chicken for Christmas, do we? So yeah, it needs to be on point and full of flavor. I tried to make it look more presentable. To be honest, it already looks yummy right now, but I wanted it to look more presentable for pictures, and also it would be nice, you know, on the dinner table, or you know, for your Christmas dinners and things like that. So tender as well, and as you can see, it just falls off the bone. And also, did I mention it's full of flavors? Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.